Trim your look, everyone. I hope you all are having a good Saturday morning. I just got back to the house after taking my dog to the groomers this morning. He was such a good boy, he got himself a little pop cup for doing well. But I hope everyone is doing well. Today is going to be the start of a interesting playthrough here in LoreRim 3.0, which 3.0 has come out, and from the little playtesting that I've been doing in the background, it's good. It is so good. The graphics card is good. The everything about this modlist just feels really, really good, and I really do enjoy it. Sorry about that. Had to take a call from the wife. She wants to check up on our dog. But he did very good at the groomers. I'm very proud of him. But today, we're starting up a new character. Once I make sure. There we go. So I've already. I recreated the Britain from the past two streams, and that's go be kind of my main test character magic wise. And I have started testing around with Eric. His backstory is at a point where I'm very proud of most of the details. There's a few things I can still tweak, but that can be done in the background. That doesn't really affect the role playing. But I do have a summarized backstory, and I'm very proud of it. I have a lot of the longer backstory, which at this point is about 5 pages of a Google Doc. So that backstory will be more of a drip feed. The summarized, expect something in the coming days or weeks to just expect something. I don't want to say much or give away too much, but yeah, it's probably gonna be the most edited thing I've ever done for the channel. I will say that, but I will definitely be proud of it. Again, just expect something in the coming days, coming weeks. But today, we are starting a bard, because in LoreRim, you can play as a bard, and I love that. But for the race, I was thinking either Khajiit to kind of be like a melee bard with hand-to-hand combat. Oddly enough, an orc bard, go with a big two-handed weapon. And then I would love if one of the instruments that you can use was just a big old flute and you can swing it around feeling like a quarterstaff. That would be awesome, but sadly we cannot do that. But I was also thinking of a Bosmer bard. Go in combat, he'd be more of an archer character, which is something I've not played in LoreRim yet. But I kind of do like the idea of using a wood elf bard. I think that would be very fun. And wood elves actually have some pretty unique stats when it comes to the modlist as a whole, because where survival mode is kind of ingrained into it, they're able to eat raw meat without any repercussion, and I think they can also harvest meat off of defeated foes. But I'm gonna go with wood elf, actually. Yeah, we're gonna go with a wood elf bard. Preset wise, let's see. Kind of like that look. Let's change up the skin tone a bit. Be a little bit darker. Dirt. We'll go with that level complexion. I like those scars. I actually already do like the war paint that's available. Nose type, won't change that. Eyes, I'll change the color. I like those eyes. Brow, I also won't change the mouth. I like the hair already, but facial hair. I like that. I'll go with a much darker color. I kind of like that hair color. That kind of fits with the eyes. And let's see, what can I do with the body paint? Yeah, no one wants to see that. I don't want to see that. Let's see. Zoom out. Well, first, let me change the color so that way we can actually see what I'm doing. We'll go with a more forested color. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today while I'm getting the character ready. I saw one tattoo. Oh, wow, that is very hard to see. I kind of like that there. I like that. We'll change the color up to match the... No, don't want to do that yet. I like that. I like that a lot. Now let's see about changing the face paints as well. And now that I think about hair color, that's good. I like this. Alright. That is serviceable. Let's get you named. I actually don't know any type of name for what else. So I'm just gonna randomize until we get something that's somewhat serviceable. Erindor. Actually, I do like Erindor. Erindor. Erindor of Valenwood. And now we just gotta wait for the modlist to get taken care of, but I will say when it comes to my knowledge of the Wood Elves and their lore, it is very much lacking. I know more about the Nords because my favorite Elder Scrolls race is the Nords, so those are the ones I've spent a good amount of time learning. I know a little bit about the Imperials, a little bit about the Bredons. Dunmer, I do know a fair bit amount because of Solstheim and wanting to learn a little bit about them. Wood Elves and Orsimer, I will definitely say, are the two races that I know the least about. Because I know a little bit of the Khajiit. I know a little bit of the Argonians. I know a little bit of the Ultimate. But when it comes to the cultures of the Orsimer, the orcs, and the Bosmer, the wood elves, I don't know all that much at all. But with this character, I am very much willing to learn. So, what I like about 3.0 is there's a new trait system. Command animal. Wood elves can use their bond with nature and turn nearby animals into allies. Nearby animals up to level 25 will fight for you for 300 seconds or 12,000 seconds with animal taming. That's pretty cool. So what kind of traits do I get naturally as a wood elf? See, I'm comfortable, I'm fed, I'm hungry. Eye of the Hunts. The Bosmer are naturally skilled in marksmanship and can aim their bows more precisely. Armor penetration with ranged weapons is increased by 5. That's pretty cool. Rest fatigue. Your Bosmer blood gives you 50% resistance to fatigue. Okay. Resist poison and disease. Your Bosmer blood grants you resistance to poison and disease. Poison deals 25% less damage to you, and you are 50% less likely to contract disease. That's actually very good for LoreRim, because poisons and diseases are kind of hard to mitigate. And then we get strong stomach. Your metabolism can digest raw food without poisoning. So all in all, that's pretty good. Now for the traits. So Biggie added this trait system that's very much like Fallout 4. No, not Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas. My bad. And since we are going a little bit more of an archery route, I think we get either fast shot, you rather shoot first than shoot hard. Bows draw 30% faster, crossbows reload 30% faster. However, bows and crossbows deal 30% less damage. I could also get focused. When in danger, you think before acting. When less than 20% health, you regenerate 0.5 magicka per second and absorb 10% of incoming spells. However, you take 10% more damage when below this threshold. So that is a very good trait, and I might honestly take that for Eric, because I see him more as a focused character, but I definitely have to play around with it a little bit, because taking 10% more damage when below 20% more health, that does make him more of a glass cannon, but regenerating more magicka and absorbing spells, that sounds very good, especially if you're going for a magic playthrough. Gambler is also one I'm interested in, because I gain 50% chance to critical hit, however weapons deal 25% overall less damage. Giantkin is a pretty good one if you're going for a very beefy melee build, but there's a big downside to it. You cannot read skill books or use scrolls and staves. That will also apply to the future spell tomes. So if you're going Giantkin, just be prepared to not get any benefit from books at all. Jack of all spells is also a really good one, because your novice, apprentice, and adept spells are 20% stronger and last longer, but your expert and master spells are 20% weaker or last 20% shorter. Lightfoot is one that I will probably pick up, because you never feel comfortable in footwear when not wearing boots or shoes. I can't speak this morning, jeez. Your movement is muffled, you move 5% faster, and suffer half fall damage. When wearing boots, you move 10% slower. Marathon Runner is also a good one. You regenerate 5 stamina per second while sprinting, however you're not able to gain any stamina while running or standing still. Old Fashioned is also an interesting one, because weapons made of iron, wood, fur, or hide are 20% stronger. And there's also a perk I believe, in the light armor tree that boosts fur and hide quality of goods. So that might be very interesting. Rage might also be... I really need to look through these traits again for Eric. Skilled is also a cool one. Reading skill books grants an extra skill point, and trainer costs 50% less. However, every 5 levels, you don't get a perk point. That may be detrimental. I'm definitely going to go pick up Witcher. Because potions and poisons being 20% stronger, that's very cool. But you can only have 3 effects at a time. I was certain that there was another bow focus trait. Let's see. Adrenaline rush, you possess a natural flight response. On less than 20% health, you move 20% faster and regenerate 5% stamina per second, but also deal 20% less damage when below this threshold. I'll have to look into. There's a lot I need to look into. Jeez. That might be interesting, addict. You develop some bad habits. Skooma and alcohol benefits 20 lasts 2 times longer, and you can craft skooma at cooking pots. When not under the effects of alcohol or skooma, you have 25% chance to get staggered when hit. Discipline. Shoot to kill. Bows and crossbows deal 20% more damage, however they draw and reload 25% slower. I'm gonna go with disciplined, which is pretty much the opposite of fast shot. So I'm gonna go with discipline and Witcher. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go with Witcher. I'm actually gonna get Gambler. Because I want my stuff to hit very, very hard. And with discipline, that should counteract the 25% weapon damage by a good margin. So, I very much am fine with that.
My child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
And we'll pick the birth sign in a second. I'm not going to go camping in the woods because that will start us off near Helgen. But I am going to go with an alchemist camping in the wilderness because that will start us off near Falkreath.
The simple life can be its own reward.
As for our god, I'm thinking Hersing. Improve attacks against weakened targets, slay the living in open combat, especially those stronger than you, live as a werewolf, prey in the wild. Those skilled in light armor are most deserving of our favor. Because I may become a werewolf. But also, Jeffrey, the storyteller, is the most important wood elven god. Travel faster when you are not in combat, explore new locations, read the stories of others, hunt animals. Wood elves are most deserving of our favor. And then there's also this one. The wooden elven god of architecture and toll is similar to, but not distinct from, the imperial Xenophon. Improve potions and food while praying. Bribe people as needed, harvest the fruits of nature, eat as much as you can. Those skill and speech are most deserving of my favor. Interesting. And of course we have Stendarr, Mara, Magnus. I'm gonna go with Jeffa, because his shrine is in Whiterun. plus travel faster when out of combat. That's good. And we're going to be doing a lot of hunting anyway. As for starting gear, we're going to get a light hunting bow and 60 arrows. We'll go grab a steel tonto. Go grab fur armor. Go grab a flute. A fair health and stamina potion. We'll go grab 2 of those. Go get some coin. Grab another stamina potion. You know what? We'll grab another set of arrows. And go get the stone. So shut up. I don't know why Todd made Nerdloot the most annoying thing in the world. Just why. But now we'll go grab our perks. So with Requiem, if you all aren't still familiar with it, at the beginning of the game you get 3 perks to define your character's playstyle. We'll go grab marksmanship, so that way our bows can actually do some damage. We'll go get evasion, so that way our armor protects us. And since we are going to go down the route of a bard, we'll go get battle muse. Your mastery of musical instruments turns the tide of battle. Drums inspire your allies, the flute soothes your foes, and the lute stirs chaos among your enemies. And that will define our character for the stream playthrough. So let's see what we can gather around here. Because eventually we are going to do some more alchemy. Oh, good potatoes. Man, there's a lot of crafting alchemy ingredients around here. Also, there's a sub plugin that you can add that adds the first person body cam, which is going to be very good for the playthrough. Anything in the... Nope. So I think that's everything we can do. We'll go ahead and sleep for an hour so that way we have a spawn point. Hey, a frog! That's cute. Alright. I'm not going to eat the canis roots. Or the Death Bell. Or the Nightshade. Or the Nern Roots. Because once we get to an alchemist, we'll be able to give them our ingredients. But, real quick, I do want to change the quiver. I'll also change the dagger location to dagger. That's good. That works. What's that sticking down my back? Oh, that's my flute. I was wondering what that was. How can I change that? I probably can't. Can I change the flute? I'll have to try and figure that out, but... Oh, that does remind me. Yeah, haha, there we go. So go set that to 1, that's 2, and that's 3. And now let's see how... Oh, I like that animation. Oh, that deals a lot of damage. Ooh, that dealt a lot of damage. That's okay. That's why we have a resting spot. And of course, they rest right back where... Okay, I cannot deal with them at all. I cannot deal with a giant mud crab. Luckily, we could get a companion here. Man, I love... Change the FOV. I just love how well this is running. This is really good. And those are Spriggans right there. Did we just leveled up from that? No, but we're close to. Alright. So there's no way we can deal with those Spriggans. But... I also can't deal with the mud crabs yet. I do want to get to that pod over there. Because there's a companion that we can pick up who's a wood elf named Ari. And having a companion this early in the game will be helpful. Cemetery Homestead. Oh, I know what that is for. That's That's something for a different day. Ooh, more red mountain flowers. Nice. I'm tempted to turn off survival mode so that way I don't have to deal with the hunger. But here, we got a companion. Now, I will say, I've never used this companion before. All I know is their name's Ari, and they are a wood elf. And we are also a wood elf. So it should be good. Go get all their alchemy ingredients. I like that lantern. That's neat. Probably can't kill that deer from here. But let's see if we can meet a friend. Can't believe I'm on the cusp of a level up and I can't get it. Ari's house. Well, hello there.
Hello. Can I help you?
I was curious about the pod. I noticed it while out hunting.
Yes, I suppose it's not something you see very often in Skyrim, is it?
No.
Where I come from, they're very common.
Are you from Verwood as well?
Valenwood, all the way to the south. What about you? Are you from here?
No, I'm from Valenwood as well.
Oh, I should have figured as much. Forgive me. Do you know Skyrim very well?
Not yet. I'm still exploring it myself.
I see. I don't suppose you're in need of a traveling companion, are you? I could use someone to show me around this cold, unfamiliar place. I'm a very good archer too, so I could watch your back in return. What do you say?
Why not? Another set of arrows will never do me harm.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. My name is Ari, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Erindor. Nice to meet you.
I'm right behind you.
Erindor. Sweet, we have another wood elf follower. That's cool. I do like her little home. This is cute. Unowned chest. This is a nice home. I like it. Oh, you got an iron dagger. You got some leather. Ooh, hawk feathers. I'm not going to take any of your stuff. That would be rude.
How can I help?
Well, I don't want to ask them about Bosmer culture because technically I'm a Bosmer myself. But I'm going to ask anyway.
I will try my best to answer.
Yeah, I've heard that Bosmer are nothing but lapdogs of the Thalmor. What is... Oh, I can't level up because I need to sleep first. So tell me about Y'ffre.
Y'ffre the storyteller, the god of song, the forest, and the now. She taught the birds to sing and gave the rivers their tinkling, ethereal tune. There is a story
Icarus,
about
happy
Y'ffre
Saturday.
my mother told me when I was very young. When we're somewhere safe, perhaps I could tell it to you.
That sounds good. Let's see. I think that'll be all for now.
Gotcha.
So, and I do like her outfit. That's a very cool outfit. I want one myself for Erindor here. I am gonna go ahead and sleep. Well, I'm not gonna sleep here. Books. Need to read these. Are these all books about the Bosmer? Yeah, these are all books about the Bosmer. That's pretty cool. I know, this is on the normal profile setting for LoreRim. And currently I'm using the Dawnfire ENB, so... yeah, this looks good. And we're running at a clean 40 FPS. As long as we're above 30, we're chilling. And what is going on over here? Alright, Ari, we're going to see how well you do in combat. That's a big zombie. Maybe we don't go that way. The last thing I want is to die immediately out of your house.
Yes?
I don't know why the quest markers bring me to you.
Later, then.
Later. Oh, that just shows where you are. Okay. Alright, so first things first. Need to get to Falkreath. Actually, let's do some hunting. Ah, I missed. Why are you running towards the keep? A little star there. Not bad. Maybe I chose the wrong set of perks after all. Well, I'm still a very low level, so I'm not going to be doing much damage at all. And if I wanted to improve sneak, I needed to get sneak perk too. So that's kind of on me. Atalanta. Wait, am I? Okay, I'm not in Erindor or Hammerfell, technically. Man, I just can't get over how good this game is. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to head towards Falkreath. Do I have any food that I can eat? I have a potato. Potato will work. It's a good thing I'm a wood elf, otherwise that raw potato would have been very bad for me. Actually, yes. It's a beautiful song. This just looks good. And we're getting 60 FPS. And 30. But I hope you're having a good Saturday too, Icarus, if I haven't said so already. Where's Ari? See, deliver letter to Merryfair Farm. Get iron ore, gather pine thrush eggs. Collect raw salmon fillet. Let's do the letter. See, and this farm is not on the map yet. Collect Eden's letter to Darvin Leneth.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I will. Hey, you. I'm here for the delivery job you posted. Alright, please tell me you marked it on my map. I gotta go all the way to there? Alright, I'm taking a carriage. Ain't no way I'm walking all the way across. What is that path anyway? Like, I would have to go through Helgen, and that would start the main quest, and that's the last thing I want to do right now. So we're just gonna take a carriage. And then from there, hopefully get a delivery job to Whiterun.
Carriages to all the cities in Skyrim. Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Falkreath.
Going straight through, or
No,
did you want to
not
stop somewhere?
Falkreath. I want to go to Riften. Take me straight to Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves.
Really like
I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
Funny thing about Khajiit, apparently Bosmer, they're more like Khajiits than they are to any other race of elves. Because in the creation story of both the Bosmer and the Khajiit, they once existed as like a primordial ooze. So they were able to shape their forms whenever they want. And then at one point, one of their gods came around and trapped them in their forms. And the Khajiit, being favored by Azura, were still able to change their form with the sign of the moons. But the Bosmer, they were pretty much stuck. I need to look into it more, given that we're playing a Wood Elf today. But yeah, the Bosmer and Khajiit creation myths, oddly enough, line up very close to each other. So that is interesting. Speaking of Khajiits,
Tools, wares, and weapons.
what was that?
all for
Oh,
sale
mountain flowers.
at fair prices.
Oh man, I love that armor. That's very nice.
Goods
Look at how
and wares
tall
of
that-
all kinds.
Look how tall they are.
Don't even think about it.
I'm not thinking about it. I was just trying to get a peek at your friend in there. Anyway, let's deliver this letter and... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to disable survival mode. I'll keep it on for the roleplay, but for today, I'm
Skyrim
turning it
cities
off.
are nice and all, but do they walk?
No, they do not. That's also a cool thing about Valenwood. They have walking cities. Although I believe their main city, the capital of Valenwood, is taken root for the first time in history. I have a letter for you.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Thank you. That reimbursed me for the
Watch yourself
trip.
out there, or they'll take everything away from you.
I will. I have no idea what that tower is in the distance, and I'm curious. As for skills, let's get sneak up. Go get evasion up. Marksman will get to 30. Speech will get to 15. Definitely want to take some perks in alchemy. And we'll throw one to one-handed. And we'll get health to at least 115 before leveling up more stamina. Speaking of sneak, you know the basics of moving silently are 35% harder to detect when sneaking while not wearing any heavy armor. Or, let's see. Improve your footwork when engaged in ranged combat with light weapons. Able to run with a drawn light bow or crossbow. That's pretty cool. Hunter. You are more adapted to the wildlife and better understand its inhabitants. Requires level 10. Do 20% more damage to animals and take 10% less damage from animals. Plus 10 poison and disease resistance on top of our natural resistance? That's pretty cool. Let's see, and then sniper, you can keep steady aim while heavy range weapons, dealing more damage with sneak attacks. 1.5 irresistible sneak attack damage with heavy or crossbows. Interesting. Precision aim, do 20% more damage. Eagle strike, that allows us to zoom in while holding the right mouse button. Bow strike, you can use your bow or crossbow as a melee weapon in close combat. Double damage with bow bash. Bow bash staggers targets. 50% less bow bash stamina cost. That's pretty cool. Knife expertise. 25% chance to stagger targets with throwing knives. That's right, there are throwing knives in this game. I definitely need to take a look at those. But I think we'll get precision aim for now. And we also get Destiny perk, which is, as far as my knowledge, this is something unique wholly to LoreRim, this Destiny tree. Essentially, what it is, every few levels, you gain a special perk called Destiny perk. And beginning, you have to take the first perk, which is Destiny, which increases our carry rate by 25%. Well, by 25. But you can consider this custom tree as your subclass. Like, if we were go down, say, well, if we would go here to Endurance, that will grant us 50% more stamina regeneration. And then we can go down Thief, which makes us 10% harder to detect. And then we can go down one of these three branches. Battle Spirit, power attacks increase your attack damage by 10% for 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Your stamina regeneration is increased by 200% when your stamina falls below 25%. Every 10 seconds, taking damage increases your movement speed by 20% for 6 seconds. Then from there, we could go down Scout. Your power attacks cost 10% less stamina. Your regeneration is 100% faster. Attacks with weapons have a 30% chance to interrupt casting enemies. That's pretty cool. And then, it breaks down even more. So if we were to go to Endurance, we could take Overwhelming Presence. Close enemies have 100 reduced armor rating. And then Monk. Your attacks do 5 bleeding damage over 5 seconds. Or we can go to Smash. Power attacks deal 10% more damage. Berserker. You take 25% less damage with your while your power attacking and power attack stamina usage is reduced by 25. Or we go to Trickster. You have a 10% chance to evade enemy weapons. Your attacks have 50% chance to stagger. You deal 20% more damage against staggered enemies. Or if we go to Scout, Swift Shadow, 25% faster sneaking. Every 10 seconds, your next sneak attack deals 100% more damage. That's actually really cool. Or Viper's Blade, power attacks reduce enemies' poison resistance. Your attack deal 50% poison, which would be cool if you go down the poison restoration tree. Yeah, restoration, you now have poison abilities. Then evasion, 50% chance to evade spells. Your attack slows enemies by 50% for 5 seconds. Or you deal 25 damage to Magicka. Against enemies that are out of Magicka, your attacks deal 20% more damage and have a 30% chance to dispel Magicka. And that's going down the thief tree here. If we were to go down warrior, think of it the same way. We have more stuff towards armor rating, damage. This whole custom destiny skill essentially is your subclass. It tailors your abilities to a specific role. Now for this character, obviously I want to get endurance and then thief. But from there, I'll probably go Battle Spirit, then Endurance, Trickster, and Saboteur. But one key thing about these, you only get a finite amount of perks. There is a way to re-roll your perks, so that way you can try a new set of subclass, but you only get a finite amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You only get 7 of these destiny perks. So that is something to always keep in mind of. And now for Eric, if we go to, I have no problem starting it here. We'll be going down the focus tree, since we will be using magic this go around. That'll increase magic regeneration by 50%. Then going to mage, your spells and enchantments cost 5% less magicka. Then we're going to magic shell, to gain a 10% increase to magic resistance, on top of the Lord's 30%. Then spell sword, you restore 15 magicka per weapon attack, which is really powerful. Then corrosive weapon, power attacks reduce enemies' magic resistance by 15% and armor rating by 75 for 10 seconds. And then battle mage, power attacks cost 25% less stamina if you have a spell in your left hand. Spells and enchantments cost 10% less if you have a weapon in your right hand, which is very, very cool. So by the end of Eric's story, he'll be a very strong caster. Well, he will have the ability to become a very strong caster. His main focus is still sword and board. Let's see, what is 9 p.m. There's no way I can get past the guards because I got 170 gold. But let me all show you something. So instead of going to the guards and paying the visitors tax or trying to sway them otherwise, because we do not have that many skill perks in speech, you could just go over to the side and then jump up here. I don't know why it brought me back down, but... Come on. Yep. And then, we're in Riften. As much as I would like to, I cannot get Inigo yet. I do not have the gold. But there might be another forward we can grab. We would just have to take out some bandits. I need to get stronger first. And now, in Riften. Ah, dang it. I'm definitely going to have to invest in some lockpicks on this character. Oh, hey Ari.
I don't know you. You in Riften looking for trouble?
I'm just passing
Yeah,
through.
Well, I got last thing the Blackbriars. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for 'em. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
I know I probably won't succeed, but I want to see if I can.
Then you're stupid. You better watch your... Hey,
Alright.
get over here. I want to talk to you.
No, you don't. You already tried.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Man, Riften looks so
Next
good.
time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra,
Don't know
last
why
thing,
the
pay
missive
up or
board
else.
is
All I
buggy
do
at times, but
everything else is
it's no problem really.
Yes?
That was surprisingly loud. What's on your mind, Ari?
First I stole your dagger, then you stole it back. Now I want your short bow along with your pack. To kindly hand it over, you needn't make a fuss. It comes around, it goes around between the two of us. That's the right of theft, a Bosmer sacred dance, a back and forth of sneak and swipe, quite the romance.
That was so adorable. I love her. I love her. That was so adorable. That was such a nice
Thank
tune.
you.
I asked what was on her mind, and I get a masterpiece. That was just beautiful. Oh, Laird to Ben Mahler. So, there's another world space outside of Beyond Skyrim, Burma. Ben Mahler is at. That's in Morrowind. There's no way we could do that. Deliver weapon to Heartwood Mill. Yeah, that's a place we could travel to in Skyrim. But of course, with it being so late, we have to... Are they in the...
Maybe we could go find the tavern? I'd kill for some rot meth right now.
Sure, we can go. Let me just grab this weapon first. Man, the Temple of Mara looks good. Hello.
What brings you to Balamon today? Looking for some armor? A weapon, perhaps?
You look like Geralt of Rivia with this profile. I've heard good things about your work.
Come to see Balamon perform miracles with steel, eh? To be honest, I don't blame you. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the best.
Well, that's very good. I'm actually here for your delivery job.
Of course.
But
If you need any more smithing work, come see me again.
I will be sure to see if I need anything smithing work. What is this axe anyway? Krusta Brunadotta's steel war axe. Pretty nice. Let's see, where... Okay, that's just right down the road. Alright, I will be right back. Just gotta use the bathroom. Ah. Oh, what? That is so adorable! Oh, I didn't know there was a Guar here. Well, Morrowind is right there, so I guess that is to be expected. That was so adorable. I did not expect seeing a Guar in Riften. Oh, and speaking of Riften, I found this out a few weeks ago. Apparently, about 10-20 years before the start of Skyrim, Riften had actually burnt down completely due to a fire. And so the Riften that we explore in Skyrim is not the same as the one you would explore in, say, ESO. So that's a good way of explaining why it's a smaller city than what it ought to be. Have I not picked my birthstone yet? I haven't. So, in LoreRim, you could pick a birth sign. And in 2.0, you were able to change around within the stones that fall under the thief, the mage, and the warrior. I know I said that backwards. My apologies. But in 3.0, birth signs are a lot more powerful. So whichever one you choose from the start, you're locked into it for the whole game. So since we're going more of a archery stealth bard character, go choose from the thief's line of stones. So, the thief is the last guardian constellation, and her season is the darkest month of Evening Star. Those under the sign of the thief have increased dexterity. Lockpicks are 30% more durable. Lockpicking expertise is increased by 2. Pickpocketing is 30% more likely to succeed. You are 30% harder to detect. You can sneak without proficiency. Increased chance to critical hit by 10%, which will stack with the trait that we picked. And we get a 10% increase to avoid physical damage. The Lover is one of the thief's charges, and her season is Sun's Dawn. Those under the sign of the Lover have increased agility and natural charm. Stamina is increased by 30, increased chance to avoid physical damage by 25, speech is 25% higher, shout cooldown is reduced by 5%. That would be good for Eric since he's going to be more of a shout-based build. But where he's a Nord and there's a lot of ways to decrease shout cooldown. But if you're going for a shout-based build, the Lover might be a good way to go. The Shadow Seasons is second seed. Those under the sign of the Shadow are naturally skilled at stealth and can hide in the shadows once a day. You are 50% harder to detect, you can sneak without proficiency, movement noise is 30% quieter, you receive Moon Shadow power. Interesting. What about the Tower? The Tower is one of the Thieves' charges and its season is Frostfall. Those under the sign of the Tower have nimble hands and knack for finding fortune. Prices are 20% more favorable, 50 more carry weight, lockpicks are 40% more durable, lockpicking expertise is increased by 4, you can pick effortless locks in plain sight without being noticed. That's really cool. But now that I think about it, the Lady under the Warrior is really, really good. Because those under the sign of the Lady have increased vitality, health and stamina increased by 20, health and stamina regenerate 40% faster, you can swim and run without exertion. I'm gonna go with the Lady, because thinking about this character is not so much a thief, he's just a hunter. Doesn't mean we won't go down the thief routes and eventually do the Thieves Guild with this character. But for the time being... Okay, that's ominous. And what is that in the distance? Whatever that is danger, and we are not prepared for it. We are a squishy level 2. In any sort of Requiem wish, you need to be at least level 5, preferably 10, before you really start messing around with bandit camps. Strange flickering. But we'll be able to do alright for now. Nardir. Okay, we need to try and kill this thing. Good damage, let's go. Ow, we missed. Come on, slow down, will you? I guess the wolf will have to do. Good. Sweet. Is that the deer I hunted? Nope, there it is. Oh, you're in the water now. Of course, you fled to where I can't get you. Ay, caramba. Oh, gourds. Sweet. Better go back and grab that arrow. There we go. I need to get some armor like her, so that way I feel like a true Bosmer. Man, I just love the animations. More gourds. I might have to come to Riften to get some... There's a wolf. Let's go. That was a critical strike too. There you are. Man, the reload speed is really hurting me. Yeah, I might as well let it go. Oh, we're near Lagersburg. Sweet. Veldor's Tooth. I do not remember this bridge being here in vanilla. The rifts. Guess that's just a marker for the stronghold. You know what? Let's play the flute. Okay, maybe we wait. Put it up, put it up. Okay, stop. How do I make it stop? I don't know how to make it stop. Stop. Stop with the bad Jurassic Park. Oh. Oh, that was horrible. It's still going. Okay. Okay. We're surviving. We're fine. Okay. We're done. You now have a terrible headache. You're telling me. You are telling me. Oh, that was just horrible. Huh. Sweet drummer stuff. I hope this... Yep.
I don't have time for this.
At least we're getting a good amount of wolf pelts. But that was horrible. That was just bad. I didn't know what a Butcher Jurassic Park theme sounded like. Now we know. Oh, I hope this stream doesn't get copyrighted now because of it. That... As bad as that would be pretty ironic. Given the fact that we butchered it.
Curses. Euphrates, please forgive me for being in a place like this.
Oh, because we're at Woodmill. That... Oh... That's a nice touch from the mod author. You look like you have something to say.
Yes. Please remind me. Did you say you were born in Valenwood?
Yes, I am from Valenwood.
I see. I never expected I'd meet someone like me in Skyrim. It's nice. I feel very fortunate to have met you.
And I feel fortunate to have met you too, Ari. Let's see, we're still a little bit from daytime, so let's just wait. Heartwood Mill.
You need to leave.
You are tall. I have your weapon.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Thank you.
Quit taking advantage of us, and this world might be a better place. You got that?
Alrighty then. I was just here to give you your weapon. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's see. We're not that far from Iverstead. I could go there, go to the general store and get me a basic campsite, and then we'll make our way towards Whiterun. But I think there's also a town around here. But we'll head over to Iverstead. And I'll drop a save. But we also leveled up. Let's see. We'll get evasion to 25. Want that to 20. That 30. Start putting some in one hand. Now go focus on any of the magic trees. And those interesting that alteration is already at 15. Let's get... I have to look at the finesse and wayfarer trees, but let's get sneak up to 25. So, let's see what wayfarer does. You have learned the basics of the art of picking locks and carrying found goods. Plus 3% lockpicking expertise, plus 25 carry weight, forging lockpicks with craftsmanship. That's pretty cool. So, leader. Nearby allies but not the player gain 150 armor rating and 15% magic resistance. Allies but not the player regenerate health, stamina, and magic 50% faster. Gain 10% resistance to fire, frost, and shock. Deal 10% more damage when you are fighting with allies. So that whole branch of the tree boosts followers. So that might be good for Eric, if we can spare the points. You have extended your repertoire of lockpicking tricks and are able to carry more loot. Plus 2 lockpicking expertise and carry weight. That's something we're definitely going to have to get. 50% chance to find special loot and select chests. Plus 2 lockpicking expertise and more carry weight. And more carry weight. Locks never break. Okay. Okay then. Lone Wolf gained 15% magic resistance and 150 armor rating with flying alone. Health and stamina magic can regenerate 50% faster. Gain resistance to fire, frost, and shock. Okay, so this is just the opposite of this tree here. I will say the magic resistance is pretty cool. And then what's this? You spend significant time hunting in the wilderness and can deal more damage to most animals. Okay, that's pretty cool. Move 10% faster, regenerate stamina 50% faster when outdoors and out of combat. Taming. Oh, this has a special one. You have mastered the outdoors and all of Skyrim's fauna. Gain a power to tame nearby animals under 10% health. Bosmer also get 4 times duration of their racial power. That's very cool. So we definitely need to go down Wayfarer with this character. I'm sorry, what? Oh, the perks are opposite here. Weird. You spend more time improving your sleight of hand, which gives you substantial chance when pickpocketing. You can now pick up and deploy bear traps and craft them yourself at Forge. Bear traps deal extra damage based on your finesse skill. Pocket sand. That's cool. So, it's interesting that with the finesse tree, the starter perks are at the top and not at the bottom. I'm tempted to get haggling now. But I can't get more perks in the bard tree until speech 25. Your music flows as freely as the wind. Playing it instrument no longer slows your movement. Alcohol makes the music flow sweeter. Alcohol drinks no longer blur your vision, and performing under the influence enhances your musical powers, increasing their effectiveness. Your captivating performance leaves the crowd in awe. The bonus received from playing for a crowd at the inns are now doubled and lasts twice as long. Interesting. I'm very tempted to get this now so we can get better prices. But I feel like I need to get another perk here. So I can't get that. Eagle Eye might be the best. I don't know if I want to use the light bows or heavy bows with this character. But we'll go ahead and pick up Eagle Eye, since our main form of dealing damage is with the bow. But we will definitely be looking into finesse more. No, Wayfarer, not finesse. I don't know what that sound was. And those trees just popped in because dined a lot. And that's an old orc who killed 2 saber cats? Well, don't mind if I just take their stuff. Be as you were. I'm not gonna deal with you. You killed 2 saber cats.
Here we go again.
Oh, I like that stance. That's cool. Well, that's neat.
Generally, bandits actually taste quite nice. The meat can be a little tough, but there's not a lot of fat.
I wonder why there's not a lot of fat. Oh, I should probably... Yeah, favorite that. Actually, no. I'll put them on the wheeler. Wait, what was that? Summon Ari. Yifri's lesson. We'll take a look at that in a minute.
Time to die.
You're telling me, Ari. At least we're getting good XP since we're killing a bunch of wolves. You good, Ari? Good. Creepy spider? I got some food if you want it. Ah, I missed. Oh, let's go.
That's one for me.
I say that's 1-1. We both took care of that wolf. Here, I got some raw meat
How
if
can
you
I
want. You do kind of look a little down.
I don't know. I suppose I'm feeling a little homesick. Don't get me wrong, Skyrim is really beautiful in its own way, but it's not Valenwood.
I understand. Have you thought of returning home someday?
I can't go home.
Why not?
I'd rather not get into that right now. Maybe I'll explain some other time.
Alright. Oh, if there's anything I could do to make you feel better, let me know.
Thank you for asking, but I don't know. I just really miss the lushness of the forest, the secret rivers, and the gentle evening sun.
Start Song of the Green. Take Ari to Moss Mother Cavern. And now your dialogue is a little broken? But here, you can have some of the raw meat I gathered.
Fine.
Now where's Moss Mother Cavern? All the way over there in Falkreath. We'll see about going there shortly. Yep. Is that an arrow? Yep. Bone arrow. $44 damage, 45. Not bad. One of our gods. Namaton Ruins. More wolves. Oh. Good shot, Ari. I guess we'll take these stuff.
Oh, let's jump in some puddles.
Oh, that just teleports her to me. Okay. Oh, Marik. Okay, that's another wolf. Should be a straight shot to Iverstead, we just cut through the woods. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to go with it. And I'll go ahead and drink a health potion, so that way I can regain some health. Hello?
Greetings, brother. You look weary. I have something to help you relax, if you're interested.
Oh, you sell skooma.
Take a look.
Sweeping tree sap, skooma, and moon sugar. I will take your lockpicks.
Until next time.
Mm-hmm. Just more stuff to sell. I do love your armor. Yep, this way to Iverstead. Good, good. Man, I'm here. Interesting to see a lot of Bosmer in Skyrim. I feel like playing this modlist, I've seen more Bosmer in Skyrim than vanilla. And the height difference with the Nords is just insane. But let's go and rest at the inn for the night. I hope I have enough gold to get us a room.
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
I will be sure to tell you.
Welcome, friend. Welcome to the Villamere Inn. Need a room? Maybe a drink? If there's anything I can get you, you just let me know. So, you're headed up to High Hrothgar, aren't you?
No, I am not. I was thinking about staying here for a bit.
Of course. Like I said, let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. Oh, while you're here, if I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
I will do that. I could wait for a carriage that could take me to Whiterun. No, yeah, I'll wait for a carriage. Take me to Whiterun, so that way I can sell my stuff at Battle Thors. I will just wait.
Pass through again. Stop by for a drink.
We will be sure to stop by a drink.
Linley, would you mind taking care of the customer, please?
No problem. You want a drink?
No, I'm good.
A pleasant journey, my lord.
Thanks for coming, me lord. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Whew. Hello?
Yes?
I'd like you to drive me somewhere.
Where do you want to go?
Whiterun. Oh, 30 gold, sweet.
Very well. My carriage is the safest way to travel.
Is it Orke once summoned the soul of Alduin to harness the Nordic folk of old, eating the very years of their lifespan away?
By Easmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just look.
I saw Ari. There she is.
Who had a coffin in the cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've
I
had quite
heard
the journey.
there's a sacred tree in
You
Whiterun.
were gone longer.
Can we go see the sacred
I got
tree?
to thinking maybe
Yes.
you weren't coming back.
We are going to visit the sacred tree.
Figured I was lying dead for years.
But we are also going to get some books and the spells so that way I can level up quicker. Interesting. Yeah, we'll go to the Drunken Huntsman right now. I don't know if I'll use Ari with Eric. I do know that she has some dialogue with Inigo. And I think she has some dialogue with another follower I'll be using for Eric, but I don't know about her with Eric.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
You just can't throw an order that flies on the phone.
I'm trying to think of what followers I do want to use with Eric. I kind of regret making that poll a few weeks ago, asking how many followers I should use. I really shouldn't. This place looks cool. Hello? Oh, that was nice.
Hey, if you distract the clerk, I'll paint some goods. Okay?
Don't ask me to distract. It's so bad. You now have a terrible headache. Embarrassment. Prices are 20% worse. Your musical talent will not increase as much while this is active. Sounds just about right. But did we increase musical talent at all? We are now 2% skilled with a flute. We're making an improvement. Might as well just fast forward time a bit. Would you like to sit down, Ari? That's a weird camera angle. Let's actually try and talk to her again.
What?
Now let's rest here.
Sounds good.
Let's talk about traveling together. Can I check your gear?
Okay.
So, Spelltone Yifri's Lesson. Strange meat, I know what that is. Bone arrows. Iron dagger with bone handle. I do have that arrow for you. So that'll put you 60. That's all I wanted to talk about.
Understood. How can I help?
What's on your mind?
Whiterun is pretty bare as far as cities go, but it does have a rather welcoming atmosphere, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes, yes.
I'm really starting to like her. She's an interesting little follower.
Hello.
How my heart soars to look upon a sister Bosmer. Please, how can I serve your hunting needs?
I'm in need of some bow and arrows, please.
Where even
Which
is
ones
he?
you should define?
Of course. Thank you very much for your business.
What?
Do you have more bone arrows now?
Of course.
She actually got 20 bone arrows. That is wild. I need to get some for myself now.
Yes, yes.
Alright, let's wait another hour. I want to see if he has any interesting loot. Alright, let's wait another hour. Can you come to the desk? Oh, you're back here.
Ah, kinsman. How my heart soars to look upon a brother Bosmer.
What do you have for sale?
We sell bows, arrows, and ale. A unique combination, to be sure. Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away.
Alright. I need hunting supplies. What do you carry?
If you have need of hunting supplies, then you've come to the right place. What are you hunting?
Wolves and other beasts of the tundra. Bandits.
Excellent. With the soldiers all fighting in the war, there's nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous of late.
What you got for sale?
An archer, eh? I've got just what you need.
Dwarven pike. That looks good. They have an ebony bow. Summon Daedra up to level 30 are sent back to oblivion. If the target is not banished, it will deal 60 magical damage. Yo. 28,000 gold. Yikes. I do want to get a light bow. I can't even get a glass bow? They do carry bone arrows. Cow of the Druid. One-handed weapons deal 20% less damage. Ranged weapons deal 20% more damage. Mixing potions and poisons is 10% more effective. That's pretty cool. Iron throwing knife of fire. I will just take some bone arrows. Wow, that's a lot of gold. So I cannot... Single bone arrow is 6 gold. How much will you take my arrows for? So, 76. Because they're at a value of 1.
Thank you very much for your business.
Thank you very much as
You're
well.
no stranger to the wilds. Sure we can meet your hunting needs.
Need something? Talk to my brother, Erindor.
What do you
You
recommend?
should try the venison. It's delicious. Good hunting.
Good hunting. I like how Ari just took one of their seats.
Want to get naked and dance in circles around the trees.
She's a very interesting character. Don't worry,
I'll
Erindor.
be happy to assist you if you'd like to purchase something.
I will come back at a later date. But now I'll go to Belthor's to sell my stuff. I love that the wind is actually shaking the signs about. One of my cats is on the tree. That's here in my office, and the way she's laying does not look comfortable. Her neck is twisted and curled towards her stomach. How that is comfortable, I will never know. Hey, Belthor.
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke.
Sure is. What do you got for sale?
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
So, 11 gold for the fox pelt, 18 for the saber cats, and I'll sell you 6 of the wolf. I'm keeping that for myself. I'll sell you that much of the raw meat, keeping the potions, keeping the arrows. What I need for you is camp supplies. I don't have any 784 drum. I can just go into a bandit camp and find that. Let's see. I definitely do want to get a backpack, but I cannot afford it at all. I wonder if I can make a wood sword valuable. Let's see. I think that's about it. Let's head up to Dragon's Reach and grab the Absorb Knowledge spell tome. Sorry. There she is. I will say, if you are new to LoreRim, I highly recommend coming to Dragon's Reach and grabbing this spell tome that we're getting. And I move so quickly. So, this spell tome here, it should be on Fongar's desk. If not, use console commands to go underneath and it should be there. But what the spell tome does, if you haven't seen the last stream I did, I definitely do want to read that. Investigate further. Legend of Red Eagle. Escape further. So, what this spell tome does, absorb knowledge. Go ahead and study for 2 hours. It's a novice level spell, and reads all books around the caster. Note though, there are certain books such as bestiaries that you have to still read physically, so you can gain a little bit of a buff against the beast that that book is about. But with Absorb Knowledge, we read all of those books. And any books that deal with a quest, you still have to read physically, so that way you could trigger that quest. So that book, Troll Sailing, we have to actually read it in order to get the benefit from it. Which, well, to Skyrim, gotta read. See, by reading Frontier Conquest, we get a journal entry on Ultima. And hearing the thunder outside is just so good. Yeah, Bestiary Hag Ravens. We now have this journal entry on Hag Ravens. So, additional cautions advised in melee, as they can also affect their victims with dangerous diseases. So if we didn't read that book, we wouldn't have learned anything about Hag Ravens. And looking here, we know that we have killed 7 wolves, so that's neat. The Armor's Encyclopedia is here. Yep. That probably wasn't good. Don't know where that is. There's also books that relate to the crafting skills. You have to read those if you want to get crafting recipes for, say, hide armor. physically. So while absorb knowledge is good for gaining XP, to actually gain journal entries, you still have to read the physical book, which is a nice form of balancing. I'm my own grandpa. Oh, it's a joke book. Come on, where is it? I know there's a book on troll slang in here. There we go, troll slang. Oh, Golden Malakath. Their armored encyclopedia. This book, and we crashed. Great. So, let me get the game back up again, and hopefully we did not lose that much progress. Alright, we're back. So hopefully, that voice crack. None of y'all saw that. Crap baskets. We're going to have to go all the way back to Whiterun now. How bad is it? How bad is the save? Great. Great. So. I'm not going to stay here and torture you all by having to go all the way back to Harvested and go all the way back to Whiterun. This time we're just going fast travel to Riften and go to Whiterun from there. I'm not going. First time, fun, part of the stream. Second time, no, that's just pure torture. Also, that Nord's armor, that is straight out from ESO. I know that because I played a Nord in ESO and I used that armor. Of course, it took 45 gold. It wasn't that bad. Level up again. What did I take? Evasion to 25. Get one hit 15. Speech to 20. Marksman to 35. I'll get Wayfarer up to 15. And I'll put another point in one hand. Then I got Eagle Eye as perk. So, should be good again.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
That's
My
actually where
carriage
we're
is the
going.
safest way to travel. Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you climb and back, and we'll be off?
I miss that entire conversation. What about salad eaters?
Never been to Whiterun before? The Jarl's Palace is something to see.
Greetings.
Good morning.
Also, I can't believe salad eaters was used as a derogatory term. I'm loving Ari more and more. And my cat has gone from the cat tree to being stretched out on the floor. Oh, sweet.
By Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all, just north by the Loria's farm. Who had a cocktail and I'd like to see
Hey, Ari. Did I seriously just yawn? Because a video game character yawned? I need a moment after that one. That's too real right there. I do hope you all are having a good Saturday. I just had an existential crisis.
I've got all sorts of weapons for the discerning party.
I'll probably stream for another 40 minutes or so. So I do need to do some stuff around the house, and I need to work on that special thing for Eric. I need to get some more footage for it. I will say this stream is definitely more of a setup stream for this character. And that was an interesting loading in.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Ari, why are you walking back? I guess you're going to the Drunken Huntsman?
Go! You're not wanted here!
I thought you were open. Yeah, you're open. What was that all about, Belthor?
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're...
Yeah.
Some call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Alright, I didn't kill as many wolves. Well, it is what it is at this point, I guess. Still need this basic supply.
Do come back.
I will at some point. Alright. Now let's head up to Dragon's Reach and get the spell again. And read the books. Again.
And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial
I do like Whiterun. As for this mod, I will definitely say Winterhold is one of my favorite cities that was revamped. Haven't been to Morthal yet. But Morthal is always like the city. Honestly, I'm surprised it's a hold to begin with. Like, it's... Morthal encompasses this river up to this road, I believe. That's all in Morthal. Up here's Hjalmarch. So this is Solitude. No. This is Hafengar. So from the border to High Rock all the way to this river and everything on this side, that's Hafengar. Then you have Morthal, which is everything here to, I believe, this road in Hillocks. Then you have all the Reach, which is just this entire mountain canyon here. Valkreath is all this area here. Riften is all of this here. East March is all of that. The Pale, I'm pretty sure, is all of this up to this road. Then it's all Winter Hold. And then Whiterun is the plains from here to here and here. So honestly, Calmarch, which is Morthal, it really should just be an extension of Hafengar, because there's really nothing here at all worthy of note. There's only one major settlement, and that is Morthal. And it's Morthal. Anyway, that's my rant about Morthal for the day. I hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, let's go. Nope, 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 nope. I did not want to do that. Alright, we got Troll Swing. North Rise, Absorb Knowledge. Let's read it again.
If you have time, I'd like to visit the Drunken Huntsman for some arrows. Erindor and Enoriath are the only ones who sell bone arrows around here.
We will go. Don't worry. Oh, because of reloaded. Also have to fix this. Toggle enchantment.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
Yes. And no. Erith is looking cool. It prevents us. Oh, I need to speak to Vanguard before we leave so I can do the frost salts. Let's see. Dwemer Inquiry. Ag Ravens. Let's see. No, there's a bestiary on spot spiders. I know there's a bestiary on. At least there should be ice rays. Yeah, these are different books now. Huh. Interesting. So that's who owns this room. There we go, ice race.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the Stormcloaks.
Alright, the kids also have room. I can only imagine what Balgrove's kids are thinking right now. It's like, why is there a crazy wood elf in my room just reading all my books? I don't even read them. Why are they reading them? And now he's gone. What's going on?
Nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget.
No, I originally thought this room was Fawn Guards, but nope. His is a little cubby tucked in his little corner. Alright, I'm pretty sure the farmer in Life of Heroes September the 7th always spawn here. And Dream of Solving God. Spawn guard should still be awake so we can get the frost salts. Yep. Hey, Farangar.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities.
Are you the only wizard?
I believe I am, yeah. Would you be so kind as to
I'll deliver it
Good.
for us.
You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
And before we go, let's level up. So, want that to 40. Get that up. That up. That up. And, that's always good. But more, that's 12% more power attack and range weapon damage when not wearing heavy armor. 20% more armor rating when wearing low tier light chest piece, fur, hide, leather, etc. And no heavy armor. That is a must. And we're almost level 4. So you can definitely level up pretty quickly by getting the Absorb Knowledge spell in Dragon's Reach. We will also be going into your Vasker, not joining the companions today, although we probably should on this character.
You look rather pale. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation.
What happened?
Oh, hey there. Don't
Hello
forget
there.
to see me at my shop sometime. Arcadia's Cauldron.
How can I help?
Are you a follower of the Green Pact?
Yes, I am. It's very important to me. How about you?
Technically, I should. I hope that by saying in Valenwood I did, but not here in Skyrim will not be harmful.
That makes sense, I suppose.
Okay, good.
There's not much point in following the pact outside Valenwood. But I'm so used to it that the thought of breaking it makes me feel a little nauseous. No judgment intended, of course.
Oh, none either on my end. What's on your mind?
I've noticed that many people react badly when I tell them about my dietary habits. And yet they have no issues eating animals. I don't get it. What's the difference?
I think it's the thought of eating another sentient being. Well, another being that looks exactly like you. Compared to, you know, that right there. Yep. Oh, can I get Dragon's Reach in this? Oh, that is cool. Definitely taking a picture of that. So, I'm not joining the companions today with Erindor. But I will take into consideration. Really? Nothing?
You're pathetic.
I'd never seen the fight get all the way over here.
The wolves stood upon the great Yovaska to meet the sons of Iskramor. They
Must
said,
have scared him off.
"What a harbinger to leave us hopeless and forlorn." Yes?
What was that song there?
I was wondering, do you miss Valenwood?
Yes, I do. Skyrim just isn't the same.
Me too. Do you ever think of going home?
Maybe someday. There are things I need to finish here first.
I understand. I hope you get the opportunity to go back someday soon. What?
But what about you? You seem a little down.
I don't know. I suppose I'm feeling a little homesick. Don't get me wrong, Skyrim is really beautiful in its own way, but it's not Valenwood.
Have you thought about returning home yourself someday?
I can't go home.
And why not?
I'd rather not get into that right now. Maybe I'll explain some other time.
Is there anything I can do to make you feel better?
Thank you for asking, but I don't know. I just really miss the lushness of the forest, the secret rivers, and the gentle evening sun.
I will say the voice quality, it does go from really high to really soft.
I heard there's a sacred tree in Whiterun. Can we go see the sacred tree? Please?
We already did, Ari. I better save real quick. But it's interesting that immediately entering Jorrvaskr, she had a song talking about a wolf going to Jorrvaskr. A little bit of a hint? Like the secret of Jorrvaskr is not so secret after all?
I haven't seen you before, have I? Have we met? I'm sorry if I've forgotten.
I think if I cast a spell here, I'll be able to read what's in Kalak's room. Yep. Which means I won't trigger the cutscene. I will say it is very tempting to worship Hirsin. Because in the Wood Elf religion, again, I'll have to look into it myself. But I don't think they see Hirsin as all that bad compared to other cultures such as the Nords, where Hirsin is seen as a tester god. But I'll have to look into it. Stowie, one day I might do a roleplay video, as I keep forgetting Erindor. I'm gonna have to really learn how to pronounce that name. Let's get you to 45. You to 25. You to 35. Sold off on speech. Get Wayfarer up. I'll put in perk in you and a perk in you. And I'll get my stamina up to do one more perk investment. Should really get Wayfarer, but I want to get haggling, since prices will now be 26% better since it scales to my speech level. Improve nearby ally skills by 10%, increase magic and stamina and their regeneration by 50%, increase on damage by 5. That's not bad. You can invest gold to permanently increase the amount of gold that merchants have, buy any non-stolen item, and prices increase by 15%. You become so persuasive that you can make almost anyone believe that you are good, that your goods are of legal origin. In Silver Tongue, you spend quite some time improving your rhetorical skills. Intimidation is much more likely to exceed, and you gain 10% better prices from the opposite gender. War Cry, overwhelm your enemies with a warning shout, striking fear into their hearts and sending weaker enemies flying. Moving enemies up to level 30 do 20% less damage. Enemies up to level 20 flee from combat for 1 minute. That's something Eric will be taking advantage of. Your rhetorical skills makes you the perfect leader by inspiring all those who fight by your side. Followers gain 20% damage, 15% spell cost, plus 75 block, 100 magic on stamina, and 50 carry weight. That's not bad. You become a proficient at acting, and with the right equipment, you can now disguise yourself as a Forsworn, Imperial Stormcloak, Necromancer, Thalmor, or Lorewalk to usually avoid detection. That? Like, being a Forsworn, if I was a Breton, that would be very useful, and would add a lot to roleplay. Imperial Stormcloak, that's only very useful during the Civil War. Necromancer? I don't know where that would be useful. Thalmor being an Ultimer is really the only way that would help. And Warlock? I'll have to see that. I do like all the roleplay abilities that this mod adds. Well, this modlist. But let's see. Oh, and I have a Destiny perk. Let's go. So now that I'm level 5, go get stamina regeneration. So now that I am level 5, do I want to try and take on Bandit Camp? I think I'll hold off a little bit longer. But let's see here. Gather small antlers. Can definitely do that. Deliver it later to Hollow Farm. That's in Winterhold. Let's go try and gather these antlers real quick. So I'll be able to gauge the damage that we do based on how quickly we're able to kill deer. Sorry about that, my wife was texting me. Alright, Ari, let's see what we can kill. What time is it? It's 9 p.m. Nothing I could really do about that starring until possibly upgrading my CPU. I'll put down the campsite here, so that way if we were to die, hopefully nothing kills us, we have a respawn point. Alright. Oh, that's beautiful. I seriously love this modlist. Biggie, if you watch this stream, you did a phenomenal job. Let's see. That's an elk. That won't give us small antlers. But we can test the build we have so far by killing the bands behind Whiterun. Alright, Ari. You gotta be careful. You gotta be sneaky. We missed.
Death comes for you.
Was the horse charging me? Good. Now we got his friend up there. Oh! Good shot, my friend. Good shot. Luckily, we got a camp not that far away.
Time to die.
Yeah, I'm alright. So, I'm gonna take a potion so that way we gain some health. Now I saw the pop-up for the arrow. There we go. Alright, let's head back to this guy.
Here we go again. Ha!
You can't hide from me.
Oh! Wait, does that guy have an elven bow? I will say, being an archer, pretty hard right now. This is usually a playstyle that I don't do.
Skyrim cities are nice and all, but do they walk?
Let's try this in first person again. See how that goes. I really do enjoy third person, especially melee. There's stances with a bow?
Now, ain't this a surprise?
It's clear.
That... I just about got shot. That time, definitely. Alright, let's see what this guy had. Dwarven heavy bow. That is a whole lot better than what I got now. Steel Elven Battle Mage helmets. Steel Elven Light. Okay, definitely want to take those. You know what? I'll take the dagger. No, what? I'll just take everything this guy has. That's a better fit. And it's technically light armor. Oh, firewood. Get that out of here. Don't know how I feel about the Jane gun though. Smithing is 7 hard. That's pretty good.
How can I help?
I want to try some things.
Of course.
You can probably won't wear anything else, so that's fine.
Yes, yeah.
But this bow, that's a whole lot better than the one I got now. 18. Yeah, and that dagger's a lot better.
Someone there?
You ain't the first person I've killed, and you won't be the last.
Oh. Move.
Too late to run away now.
That did no damage. Come on, Ari. Oh! Come on, Ari, take him down. Alright. At least we got them down to just one person, so it shouldn't be too hard to kill them now.
No, this can't be happening.
Damn thief, robbing me for all I was worth. I'll get my revenge.
Stand still.
Stop that! I know I heard something. A little pipsqueak like you thinks they can take me on? Ah!
Why can't I move? What? There we go.
To my collection. Do your worst. Ah! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you're gonna get.
Agree. That was definitely harder than what it needed to be. Western Dwarven armor, well made, nice. You good on equipment, Ari? You definitely need to go get you your bow, your arrows now. Oh, where was the other guy you killed? No, that body had to be close by. There they are. All right.
How can I help?
Let's talk about traveling. Can I check your gear? Wow, you are very low on bow and arrows.
Fine.
Right. As much as I would like to use the steel Elven Light armor, the noise is not that great. But we do have a hood now. Which is always cool. It's cool to have a hood. So this fight was pretty rough on us. Good to know. You know what? I will take the armor and sell it. It's 25. I'll get rid of the fur shoes. And can I get rid of... Get rid of the Steel Tonto. And the Steel Elven. Still not enough. So I really don't want to get rid of anything else if that means I can get a good sell price. I'm avoid reading that note for now because that's going to start a quest I'd rather not do at the moment. Guess I'll drop the boots. Guess the boots will go flying. Alright. Head back to camp, take it up, then go into Whiterun and sell stuff. Oh, that puts me over. Just by a point. Are you kidding me? What if I drink some skooma? Well, I'll drink some wine. We earned a victory. You know what? This also calls for victory flute.
No offense, but could you please stop strangling those skeevers?
I don't know if she's commenting on my flute playing or not. You can always make a living as a torturer. Oh, that was lovely.
I wouldn't wander here alone at night. Come on now. My carriage is the safest way to travel.
That was beautiful. Can always make a living as a torturer.
Do you seek to make a purchase? Take a look.
Alright, so let's sell this armor. Go sell that. I'll sell my old bow. And we're making some pretty decent money. You can have every single one of those skooma. Sell that. Not really going to need any of those. We got a good amount of stamina potions. that is cool looking. Let's see. Moon Monk boots. Boost neck gather. Definitely go pick up this backpack here. Can't pick up the satchel. Come on, get the cape. Elven Bow of Fear, that would be nice to have. But we'll pick up some arrows at Erindor. Now we have a backpack at 187 carry weight. Not bad. And that was the dragon in the distance. Let's pass some time so that way when we get inside we can just deal with Erindor. Drunken Huntsman. No, I think I only ever went in here a handful of times throughout my whole life playing Skyrim before. Erindor. Where are you, buddy? Hello? Oh, he's still... They're both still asleep?
I ain't asking for much, just a few septims.
Why isn't Zeem in here? Soda?
Excuse me.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Blah, 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 blah.
You look like you're to become a merchant.
Before my ma-and-da passed, I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I... You do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading.
How my
Help you
heart
get a fair
soars to
bargain
look
in the
upon a
future.
sister Bosmer. Please, how can I serve your hunting needs?
I'm in need of some bone arrows, please. 20 should do fine.
Of course. Thank you very much for your business. I'll be happy to assist you if you'd like to purchase something.
Rendia...
Spare a coin for a beggar.
Akoron?
Ah, kinsman. How my heart soars to look upon a brother Bosmer. We sell bows, arrows, and ale. Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered... You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
I will actually... That doesn't look too bad. I actually would like some bone arrows myself. 50 will do. I will give some of those to Ari. I would very much like that elven bow, but sadly cannot. And I will take the armor. And I'll sell my hide curse to it. I'm now naked in the Drunken Huntsman.
Thank you very much.
So, I got 74 steel arrows myself. I'll give Ari the bone. Now I got a good fit going on.
How can I help?
Now let's talk about
Alright.
traveling. Check gear. Have all these bone arrows. Alright. We are not going to steal from our kinsmen. The Nords, on the other hand. Fair game. Still no new letters, but can't get another quick quest taken care of.
Can I help you?
Do you work the forge all day?
It's a sword. Listen, could you...
I'll do it.
Thanks. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
I will.
So nice and warm in here. Shall we stay a while?
We will. Oh, that is a nice sword. I want to keep that for myself. What is it? Hmm.
I serve Jarl Balgruff as steward.
Oh, I can just... Right, there is a homestead outside the city that I can buy. 7,500 gold, that's not bad. I have a sword for you from your daughter. I need to buy a hunting permit? Sure.
Nah, I don't think so.
What?
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you.
Where am I supposed to get a hunting permit? Why do I need a hunting permit? Anyway, I have a sword for your daughter.
From Adrian? Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruff when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
20 gold.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
He did say few coins. Didn't even get that much XP for it either. Well, I think I'm going to call the stream there. Not a bad little start for our little wood elf, Erindor. I don't know why I keep having characters' names start with an E, but it is what it is. But I do hope you all have enjoyed the stream and this new little stream let's play that I'm going to be doing once a month. When the roleplay comes back, there's going to be Eric's story and then a stream 1 week. You have Eric's story 1 week and then a stream the next. So that way there's a more variety in the channel, but still tied to LoreRim. But if you all have any suggestions for learning Wood Elf lore, learning the Bosmers, please let me know either in the comments of this stream, which will be uploaded to the channel very shortly, or just if you see me in Biggie's Discord, shoot me a message and I'll definitely get a look into it. But in the meantime, expect something next week, hopefully within the next week or two, tying to Eric's story. I still need to get some footage for it, but I'm gonna be proud of it. I will definitely say it's gonna be one of the more interesting things I've done for the channel. But in a few weeks, expect another stream with Erindor, and pretty soon expect to see Eric on the channel again. But until next time, I've been Type 1 Dragon. You've all been awesome. And as always, Punsoon Wundum.